So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you a sales skill that separates the best from the rest. Now, this is Alex Hormozi's personal 3-close framework method. And now I've mastered this down to a T, closed many deals with this, and I know exactly how it works. So I'm going to be sharing all my knowledge, all my tips, and all my advice on this actual framework. And without further ado, let's kind of just jump straight into things. All right, so we got the old trusty Myra board out. Now, if you want to get better at sales and you're really serious about dealing with objections, getting better at sales and closing more deals, feel free to check out the link in the description where you can book a one-on-one call with me, talk about this, talk about whatever you want to talk about. But at the very least, you should watch this entire video to its fullest and check out the rest of the videos on my channel to get a full holistic view of sales, marketing, cold calling, all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's kind of jump straight into things. Reframing is the first 1 to 3 sentences that you say after a prospect says literally anything but yes, that's going to increase your likelihood of converting them into an actual potential sale. So let me give you an example. Maybe you're on a sales call and someone says, you know, I really just don't have the budget for this right now. Your first response might be, oh gosh, what am I going to do? Maybe I should just tell them that I'll give them a call back in a couple of months to see where their head's at and if they want to proceed with this, if they have the right budget. Number one, 99% of the people that you have on a sales call, if you tell them the price and they know that price, they consciously know the price, they're not going to come back to you and use your service 3 months down the line. Now, 1 out of every 20, maybe 30 sales are going to come back when they actually say they're going to come back. 99% of them aren't going to. So you don't want to let them go just because they gave you an objective. Or an objection, sorry. So maybe they say, I really just don't have the money for this right now. You say, okay, that's totally fine. I completely understand. And actually, some of the best agents we work with don't have the right amount of budget for this. And what that actually means is that they're going to be getting the leads that we send them and they're actually going to be closing them. Why don't you think that this would be a good decision? Something like that. Okay, so let's just kind of jump straight in and talk about what the 3A framework is. So number one, let's see if I can type this out here. Number one, acknowledge. All right, so the prospect says to you, again, I'm just not very interested in this. You acknowledge what they say because that's what people want. They want to feel heard. They don't want you to just completely disregard what they just said and say, well, you know, this is a good decision because you're going to be getting XYZ, yada, yada, yada. All right. And actually what you should be doing on the sales call is actually learning about your prospect and getting to know your prospect. What are their pain points? What do they desire? What are the goals they want to achieve? If you're not gathering this information, I hate to tell you, then you're probably just chasing a sale. That's all you want. But you actually need to go into the sales call knowing that you can and will help these people, but you need to gather the information. And then all this information that you're gathering, you know, maybe they have problems with getting leads from this particular platform and they have the goal of getting here, but they're all the way down here. You can then use that as ammo on the objection side of the sales call, which I call the red zone. So you want to acknowledge what they're saying, right? Totally understand. Sounds like you're a really radical thinker, and I love that about you. Then what you want to do is associate the problem that they're having with a solution, or associating it with a result that you got for a client in the past. So like I said earlier, they say they don't have the money. Okay, completely understand. That's completely fine. Some of the best agents that we work with actually are a little bit more financially scarce, and they turn out to be the best agents that we work with. They turn out to be the ones that close the most deals. Now comes the third part of this. You ask a question, right? So, do you think this would be a good fit for you? Do you think this would help you get to XYZ goal? Do you think that this would help you solve XYZ problem? You just ask questions. The key to sales is asking questions. If you don't know what to say, here's a pro tip for you. If you don't know what to say, then ask a question. But the key here is to ask questions about their questions. See, if they're throwing a bunch of smoke screens, you want to evade the smoke screens. And by evading them, I mean you're going around them. You're asking a question about their question. You know, I'm just not very interested in this right now. Totally understand. That's completely fine. What part of this makes you not seem very interested? Well, I just don't like this certain aspect of it. Okay, what would you change about that to make it more suitable towards your needs? Well, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Whatever they do, keep going down the loophole of evading their question, evading the objection they have, and asking a question about their question, or asking a question about their objection. They ask you a question. For example, you never want to answer questions. You always want to remain in control of the call because the person that's asking questions is the one that's in control of the call. That's why you see the Hollywood movies where the detective has the criminal in the office and he's like, I'm the one asking the questions here. That's what you want to be. You want to be in control of the sales call. And if they ask you a question, for example, maybe they say, well, what's the cost per lead going to look like when we actually get done with this? Or what's the cost per lead going to look like as we go through with this? You're not going to say, well, the cost per lead is going to be XYZ. What you're going to say is, well, Jennifer, what sort of cost per lead would you be looking for? Because you're asking a question about their question. You see, you can never give a wrong answer if you're asking a question. If you would have said $5 cost per lead, they may have said, oh, well, that's too low. I think that you're going to be getting in a lot of quantity and not enough quality. But if you said you got a $15 cost per lead, they might say, well, that's too high. Seems like you're going to be getting too much quantity and not enough quality. So no matter what you say, you might always be in the wrong. That's why you have to ask a question about their question. Because then they're going to elaborate on what they mean. They're going to give you an answer for the question, right? Well, I typically want to see a, XYZ. I want to see a $7 cost per lead. Perfect. Why that cost per lead specifically? Just asking questions. Keep asking questions. Keep asking questions. And especially about the objections that they have. Now, if you answer their question and it's not suitable towards what they want, not suitable towards the needs that they have, then you probably just fumbled the sale, all because you didn't ask a question about their question. So if there's anything that you could take from this, you take away the 3A framework, right? So acknowledge, associate, and ask, right? And asking questions about their questions. That way you're always like smoke and you're always evading anything, any objections, any obstacles that they may have, right? Future Aiden here, I just wanted to very quickly add that, for example, if a prospect says they want a $2 cost per lead, and you know darn well that you can't get a $2 cost per lead, or you really don't think that you can get a $2 cost per lead, do not lie and say that you can. I'm not condoning that whatsoever. Do not lie. Be genuine and be honest on a sales call. Now, I hope you guys are enjoying this, and I'll let you get back to it. So, hopefully that this helped you all. If it did help you guys, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, check out my channel, drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Makes my absolute day when I can go down in the comments and see some people are enjoying the videos, because that's what I want to do. Is I want to help you as business owners. I want to help you as real estate agents. I want to help you grow. I want to help you scale. By the way, feel free to also check out my socials, link in the description. If you have any questions whatsoever, shoot me over a DM on Instagram, shoot me over a DM on Discord, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. I'm all about helping people in the community. That's what I'm here for. Now you can also go in the description and book a 45-minute call for just $50, and I'll be talking to you. I'll answer any questions that you have on that call and help you out in any way that I possibly can. But I'm all about sharing free value. So again, you can always Instagram DM me or something like that. So I hope that this helped you guys. And if it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, etc. What I said earlier. And crush this week, crush sales calls, crush the cold calls, crush everything. And good luck to you all. See you in the next video.